And okay, I'm gonna start this up right away. But the timing doesn't start until I gain control of the fox. I will tell you when that is. And 3, 2, 1, start. Welcome to Fox and Force. This game was created by Bonus Level Entertainment back in 2018. It's a really cute 2D platformer, and this is just our hub world that we're running through, and we're going to the first world. And when I get in here, I'm going to explain some of the tech and moves that we have. So as you can see, I have a jump attack here. We're going to be using this more than we're going to be using our other attack, which happens to be a bow and arrow. So what I did there is the next aspect of this game, which is changing the seasons. We have to do this. So just knowing when to use it and when not to is some of the best advice you can do for here. So right here, we're going to then end the season change here and go back to normal. Now, as you saw on that, I was able to change it whenever I wanted to, but in order to actually change it to the season itself, you have to be standing still. So what you see me doing there is I'm actually grabbing up coins, because at the end of this run, or at the end of this first world here, this first season, I need 900 coins and 2 grindstones in order to get my first power-up that I'm going to need. So by the end of this level, I need at least 300 coins. And then we're going to get over here, and we're going to end our season so we can save up. Now you see me collecting these blue gems. Those blue gems are not coins. They actually help us to gather up some of our power, our season power. Alrighty, and then we're gonna finish this up. We have to jump over these eels because obviously they're gonna shock us if they hit us. But there's some that you can jump over higher than others, so you just know when to jump. Alright, now we're gonna get over here. We're gonna skip past all those enemies because we don't need their coins. So another aspect of this game that I didn't point out is, as you saw right there, I was able to, come on. I was able to, double jump after I landed off of a ledge, because as long as you don't use your double jump, you're able to do a double jump afterwards. There we go. So now we just need one more, we need one more seed, and that seed is coming up right here. We're gonna freeze those bees so they don't attack us. Then we're gonna go back down here, and we're going to drop down, grab the seed, and even though I have my 300 coins that I need, I'm going to go over here and still grab up coins, because it'll be easier to, it's a lot easier to grab coins here than it will be later on in some of the other levels. And all we have to do now is just get to the very end. And what I want to explain here is, at the very end, you're going to see a bird on a seesaw. That bird, if you land on the end by just jumping on it normally, you will get 400 or 40 coins. If you double jump onto it, you get 90 coins, and if you slam on it, you get even more coins, but we won't be slamming onto it, we'll just be jumping on it normally. So now we're going on to the second level here. This is Gorgeous Gorge. This level can be difficult. We're going to be changing the seasons again here, but we're adding in another aspect with these leaves. These leaves can be very nice to us and not kill us, and they can also hurt us. We can also die in this level. As you see, during my playing here, you've seen this mongoose that's just standing there. That mongoose is actually our checkpoint. He helps us, if we were to die, we would go back to that last checkpoint, but since we're in early stages of the game, we don't usually use the checkpoints. So if we were to die, we would actually have to go back to the very beginning of the level. So, that's one thing that we just have to know where everything is. There we go. See, like, right there, if I wouldn't have got a good seed, I wouldn't have been able to get down here, and I would have fallen to my death. Alrighty. So here is a really good area where we can grab a bunch of coins up, because there's so many bats and these roly-poly bugs. We'll also be able to collect a bunch more later on. And now we're going to attack this guy, because we have to go down below to grab our first grindstone, but he can follow us and actually attack us as he's falling. So there's our first grindstone. We need one more in order to get one of our power-ups. So right here, we got super lucky there. Unfortunately, the leaf disappeared right before I was able to use it. So it caused me to have to run all the way up here to grab this grindstone, but that's better than falling down right there, because if you fall down, it's actually death. So hopefully, we'll get lucky enough here. So now we're going to go down here and get into this area. And we're going to grab these up because there's a bunch of coins here. And you would think, well, you still don't have your 900 coins. Well, this is where this little area comes in right there. We now have enough coins to finish the rest of the level. Ooh, that was close. So I'm still killing enemies because they're in my way here. So now we are done with our power-up. And we're going to get to the end here. But we have to collect one more thing, which is right here. We're going to collect that vial there because we're going to be getting potions near the end of the game in order to help us with the final boss. So speaking of boss, we are coming up on our first one here. This is Furious Frog. He's super easy as long as you know what you're doing. So he's going to jump over, and we'll have to listen to which side he's spawning on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna jump. We're gonna do that 2 more times during this fight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So right there, that face that he made means that I'm past the first phase, and we're going into the second one. So what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be standing as close as I can to him. He's going to drop these down, and we're going to freeze them right here. Then we're going to attack it, unfreeze, drop these down so I can attack them with my bow, and attack right there. I messed that up. That's fine. We're going to do the same thing right here. Okay, so I was a little bit slower on here, but we're just gonna do it again. Normally, this would be the final hit on him. This should be the final hit. There we go. We'll take that, though. So now we're done with Furious Frog. We're gonna grab this up. And we are gonna be done with this first season. So now that we're done with this first season, what we're going to be doing is we're going to head back to the hub here, and we're going to get our first power up since we have our 2 grindstones and our 900 coins. So here we go. We're going to buy that, back out, and then we're going to go talk to the tree. The tree is then going to give us our next bow upgrade. which with this bow upgrade, it allows for us to attack for 3 different times, and it's it's more of a earth power-up, so it's slightly more powerful than the regular bow. It also allows for us to attack different targets throughout the game. So, this level right here is the Fungus Forest. This has interesting gameplay to it. We're actually going to be attacking normally here. Because it's so strong. And sometimes when you attack normally here, it doesn't allow for you to hit them just right. So we're gonna change the seasons, and as you can see, we now have, with one of our upgrades, we were able to get a double attack swing. So we have to drop down that center one on purpose because the seed would not spawn otherwise. And as I said, we need 24 seeds throughout the entire game in order for us to finish up the game. So these are the that is the targets that we're able to attack with our green arrows now. There we go. So we're gonna just attack these guys with our bow, because it's a little bit faster, and they have a tendency to actually hurt us. So right here, what we have to do is we have to get over here. We have to go underneath in order for the seed to spawn. Let's go up top here. I got hit. That's fine. So we're gonna try and stay in this season change here until we get up here, because the seasons actually the trees will actually be in the way. The tree leaves go away when you when you are in the seasons. There we go. So now we're gonna go down here to get the last seed of this level. We're gonna destroy him, attack him, and go over here so we can get out of here. So now we're gonna go into our season change here, and we're gonna stay in the season change for the rest of this little area here, because there's one more seed that we have to collect, and that one seed I always have trouble finding if I'm not in the season change. So here we go. And the seed should be the next one. Nope, seed. I would have jumped a little early if I wasn't in the seed. So now we're gonna finish up this level. There we go. And we're gonna head on to our first auto-scroller of the game. We have a little bit of tech in this level here. We're going to be doing a death abuse in this level by hitting the checkpoints and then dying. These death abuses can save about 6 or 7 seconds overall throughout the run. So here's our first death abuse. Oops. There we go. So we're gonna attack it, and then we're gonna die instantly right afterward. Alright. And we usually know where the fires are, so we don't have to worry about getting attacked normally. So our next seed is right down here. So here's our next death abuse. There we go. So right here, I'm going to be going in and out of the season change, so I can save up some of the power-ups so I can do the death abuse here in just a second. Oh, crap. So there's one of our deaths. Takes us way back to the last checkpoint, which is unfortunate. There we go. I'm gonna go all the way back here, then use it one more time. Then hopefully we're able to death abuse right there. Alrighty. So it looks like we're gonna be able to get our 900 coins here. That's really good. And then we're almost done with this level. We just have one more death abuse, and then we have a final area that we have to go through. That looks a little bit scary, but isn't. That was, however. There's our death abuse. And now we just finish up the level. Alrighty. So we're at this whole auto scroller will be a perfect time to read donations if this gets chosen, because it's just super slow and there's nothing I can do to really speed it up besides those death abuses. So there's our last seed. And now what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to get rid of these. I don't have to pick up the coins because it wastes time, but I am able to die on those. So I skip past those completely. Alright, now we're on to the next boss, which is actually my favorite boss to fight. They're super fun. So what we have to do here is we have to attack it, and then send it over into the spike wall. That's what we have to do for every single time. We have to do that 4 times. Then we're gonna run over here. This is always about the same. There we go. Oops. There we go. That was really good. And one more time. Now we run over here. And that's the death. That's the end of that boss. That is Wild Wasp. And with that, that's actually the end of the second season. A little bit of mishaps here and there, but we're fine. So now we are going to go back to the middle again, and now that we have our 900 coins, we are going to buy our last power-up that we're going to buy for the rest of the game, which is the Stomp Attack. We're going to be using this later on to get some of our seeds, as well as continue on through our levels. Alrighty. Now we're going to get our next power-up from the tree, which is the fire power-up, and we're going to go all the way over here and get our next tree so we can get into the next season. Do a little bit of skipping of the dialogue. And go into Windy Windmills. Now this level I struggle with quite a bit, so I'm gonna be actually taking some checkpoints in this area because I struggle with it so much. Normally, if you're actually good at this level, you wouldn't, but I'm just doing it for safety purposes. There we go, I actually did that. So what I did there is I froze this so I could get on top of it before it leaves and not have to wait. That just saves a little bit of time. So that's what our season power does in this level. For some reason, I keep on talking to him. That's not where I want to do my checkpoint. My checkpoint will be coming up very shortly here. Alright, so now we're coming up on our first seed here. Okay, that was really good, actually. So those enemies, those spider enemies, they actually drop their bodies onto other enemies and cause them to die. So right here, we're grabbing our first seed. I'm grabbing that money up, so I'll have it for later. But the problem with those spiders is they can also hurt you as well. Alright, so we're coming up on our next seed right here. I should have done a safety save right there. Ooh, that was bad. We're just gonna wait here then. We're gonna grab some coins. Alright. We're gonna freeze right here so I have time to grab up these. And jump up here. We're gonna then come up here and we're going to do this checkpoint for the sole purpose of this next area I struggle with very much. So here's where we first use our our slam attack. That was actually really good there. That's the best I've had that done. So sometimes you can drop that spider onto that. Then we're gonna do another safety save right there. And run up here. And then we're gonna be able to grab a heart. This is all of these platforms are very slow moving. So now we're gonna grab our next seed. This one's my favorite seed to grab. It's super fun. We're gonna go all the way down here, then we're going to jump up here and grab our seed. Gonna duck underneath that. Get up here. We can duck underneath this and get up here. we're gonna get this safety heart. We're gonna go up here because we actually need to go up here to get up. That was really good. Alrighty. Let's get up here. Nice. So right here, we're gonna do another safety save and run up here. We're gonna run over here, grab our last seed of the level, then jump right back up. Oh, I just missed it. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. So now we're at the final area of the level here. We just have to wait now. It's just a very slow platform moving, as you can see, like the rest of the entire level. Oops. Did not mean to do that. Meant to change this over. And there we go. Finishing up this level right up here at the top. That was really good. Now we're gonna head on to Foggy Fables. This level is very difficult. If you don't know what you're doing, and it's even difficult even when you know what you're doing. So I'm gonna try and get through this level without having to do a checkpoint. But I might do one partway through just for safety measures. So first thing that we have to do here is we have to run up to the top and slam down so we can grab our second vial that we're gonna need. I'm gonna take that off for just a second here. That way I can use it right here, so I'll be a little bit safer. Oh. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to get up here so I can get our next seed. Then I'm gonna jump down. Come on. So we can grab another seed. I got super lucky just now. I didn't die, but I lost a lot of time, which is unfortunate, but whatever. What can you do? So right here, you would want to have your power, but as you can see, we are able to see the enemies. So we're gonna save it until we absolutely necessarily have to. So we're gonna have just enough here to be able to go up where we need to. So this guy right here can be look like he's a struggle, but he's actually not. If you just attack him 3 times, he'll die, but since he ran away from me, we're not going to worry about it. Cool, cool, cool. So now we're going to finish up this level, getting to the end, because we've collected everything that we need to. There we go. Next up, we're going to go on to Spiteful Spider. This boss is a very interesting boss because you actually do not attack him until the very end of the level. It's just a running level, and you don't technically attack him. He'll be attacked by the environment itself. So, this is a great place for donations to be read as I'm going along. But the first thing I want to explain here is the way that you know that you're able to jump through the platforms is if it doesn't have a thick brown bottom on it. If it's just one platform, then you're good to go. Oh, I died. At least it wasn't at the top. That's fine. So let's do this again. So, like I said before, if you do good, you won't have to see him. Luckily, I died near the beginning of this instead of the very end. So this is supposed to be the easiest boss in the game, and I just died on him. So there's really nothing to say at this point. It's just a lot of running. I'm almost done with this level. I'm almost up to the very top here. We're gonna just jump straight up. And jump straight up again, and we will be done with this level. There we go. And now he's gonna run into those axes down below and get hurt and die. So besides the death, that was actually really good. And we're gonna finish this up and finish our 3rd season of the game. There we go. Now we're gonna head back to the beginning, and we're going to, oh, wait, no, we are not gonna head back to the beginning. You wonder, well, you only have 22 seeds, where are you gonna get the last ones? Well, Fortunately, the easiest ones to get are actually in the first world of the entire game. So I almost forgot to grab the last 2 seeds. So if everything is done correctly, I also will not have to do safety saves here as well. So one thing I didn't explain were those hearts. Here's our first seed that we need to grab. The small hearts heal for one life, and the bigger one heals for, I believe, 4 hearts. So we're gonna just do this level like we would normally until we have to get the second seed that's in this level. Unfortunately, we cannot back out of this like we would if we were in another game. Let's just enjoy the music, shall we? Alright, we're gonna keep this on, because once again, we need it to go up here. And now we're gonna head up here, slam down, destroy this guy, head up, and head up here so we can get our next seed. This is the last seed that we have to collect in the game. The only way you can kill these eels, I didn't explain this before, is if they land on frozen lands down below them. And now we're just heading off to the end of the level at this point. We're gonna be doing the same thing that we did the first time that we were in here. By doing all the jumps and everything that we did originally. But this time it's a little bit easier because we have our double jump. Alrighty. So right here we're going to hit that, which allows us to just do a shortcut to the very end of the level. So we don't have to run all the way forward and back around again. And now here's the end once more for 1-1. So now we are going to head back to the main level, and we're going to go and we're going to not buy anything. We're just going to go in here, and we're going to get our last power-up, which we actually never use. We're going to run back out and use our last seed. There we are. So this next area is our next auto-scroller, so once again, this is a good time for donations to be read. All we have to do is get through this. There are some more death... Oops. I don't know what happened, but whatever. Luckily, it's at the very beginning. Oh, there are going to be some more death warps in here. And, like I said, since I don't have to worry about money, I don't have to, like... wait for stuff to happen here and wait for money. Get through here by just constantly shooting. Unfortunately, we can't, like, hold down the button to attack. You have to constantly attack yourself. I didn't explain that in the last one. So our a power-up in this level allows for us to actually do that. Here's our first death warp. There isn't as many in this one, unfortunately, which means that we have to be more careful. We're gonna go down below that. There we go. There's our second death warp. I didn't really save any time off of that, but there wasn't really anything I could do anyway, so I just decided to die. So you can actually kill yourself if you don't get through those fast enough. Whew. That was close. Alrighty. Saved it. Somehow. Alrighty. Let's get through this. We're gonna kill off everybody, then do our death warp. So right here, it's just safer to just, like, go the ways that have all the icicles, because the birds won't be down there. And alrighty. Now we just have to finish the level here, not run into anything. And there we go. Now we're going on to Leaky Lake. Leaky Lake is by far the worst level in the entire game for anybody that you talk to that plays this game. It's just terrible. But this is a lot of just running around and hoping that you don't get hurt. Like that guy will always, it always seems to hit you right there. We're gonna run up this way. Those birds dropping those will always hurt you. So as long as you just keep running. So right here, if I shoot this, this allows for me to go and get a bunch of hearts. The good thing about this level, though, is once again the music. So right here, so we can save a little bit of time, we're just gonna take a damage there. So I'm saving right there so I can actually just run forward and get hurt and die. It's a lot faster than... because what we have to do now is we have to go down below And we have to go over here. Hit that in order to continue on. Alrighty, so now we're through. That was actually pretty fast. I'm just gonna do this for safety purposes. So this next guy, we have to get close enough to him and cause him to attack us. There we go. So you would think I would want to go after that heart after that because I'm pretty low, but in fact I'm going to just go up here and there's actually a heart right here that I can collect, which will fill up all of our heart. Right here I'm just going to run through this guy so I don't have to worry about wasting time to attack him again. Same thing once again down here. There's going to be another one. This just saves a lot of time having to attack him. Wow, that was not fun. Just in case, because I have to do that one more time. Alrighty, and if we did everything correct, this should be the end right here. That was a really good leaky lake. Oops. Now we are going to go over to the Hysterical Hyena. Hysterical Hyena is an interesting boss in the fact that in order to hurt him, we have to knock down these ice blocks right here. Then we have to freeze. We have to freeze him and then hit him. This is all RNG based, by the way. That was actually really good. Oops. We're gonna do that one more time and then we are done with him. And we are done with the Hysterical Hyena. And we are on to the final area. We have to go to the talk to the tree. We're gonna go talk to the tree. And then well, first, before we go to the final boss, we are gonna buy our, we're gonna buy this, then buy one more, buy this, and then we're gonna go talk to the tree and finish this up. Get to the final boss. Wait a second. The tree is the final boss. Who would have ever guessed? Alrighty. So these potions that we've been saving up for this entire time, they're going to help us out with this final boss here. We're going to be using them in 2 different phases to help us out. We're going to be using it right here. Then we're going to be doing this phase by itself normally. That was really good RNG. Then we're going to stand right underneath the nose here and use that one to get past this stage. Then finish this off. Now we have one more phase, and that phase is very difficult because if we get hit here, we actually get hurt for 2 damage each time. The timing ends the second that I get the last hit on the witch, which will be coming up very soon here. Only a couple more hits, and she should be dead. There we go, that's time. So that was Fox and Forests. I hope that you enjoyed watching this game, and I hope that it's chosen for SGDQ this year. Thanks for watching.